everybody. Thanks for joining me. The nice thing about doing a video is that I can actually show you instead of just telling you. So today I have a little demonstration I want to do for you, and the subject is body fat stores. How we gain them and how we lose them, which is what everyone wants to do. I want you to visualize these poker chips as a person's body fat stores. And a fact that I'd like you to keep in mind as we're going through this is that 3,500 calories is a pound of body fat. Calories are just a unit of energy. So extra calories that aren't needed for the body at a certain time are stored as body fat. They're stored as calories, and each of these chips is going to represent 500 calories. So if 3,500 calories is a pound of body fat, then each of these chips is 500, and 7 of these would be 3,500 or a pound. Now, what I'm going to do is illustrate if this is a person whose maintenance calorie level, in other words, how many calories they need to maintain their body weight, their body fat stores where they are, given their activity level where it is now. Let's say that number for this person is 2,000 calories. And let's say that this person wants to lose weight. We're going to set up a scenario where this person is going to lose a pound of body fat a week. In other words, they're going to have to decrease their calories for 7 days by 500 calories, and then 7 times 500 is going to be 3,500, which is a pound of body fat. All right, let's say this person is on a roll. They're having a great start, and here we are. Here's 7 chips. First week is gone. They've done a great job, and they've lost a pound of body fat. That's great. And the next week, they're still motivated. They do just absolutely what they're supposed to do. And here's another 7 chips, and they've lost another pound of body fat. So this is wonderful. This person's feeling great. But let's say that they now hit a roadblock. And because people are human, they have emotions, they run into situations that create challenges for them because maybe they can't cook their own food and there's a lot of tempting things there. Let's just say this person had a tough day and they're stressed out, and what they like to do when they're stressed is they like to eat, which a lot of people do because it kind of works. So this person on this particular day, instead of taking in the 500 calories under their maintenance level, which would be 1,500, and that's what they've been doing for the last 2 weeks. And instead of even taking in their maintenance level, which is 2,000, let's say they take in 3,000 calories. And that can be really distressing for people because it seems like they're really taking in a lot more than they've been taking in. They know they haven't hit their plan, and they feel terrible about it. So I want you to kind of watch more than the chips, what the chips represent as far as a person's attitudes. That's what's really important here. Let's say this person ends up taking in those 3,000 calories, and that's 1,000 calories above their maintenance level of 2,000. So we're going to have to put back into the body fat stores 2 chips, because that's 1,000 calories. Now, while this person could very likely be feeling terrible about this and derail for, a week, a month, and that's the real sad part of this, is that it's the psychological side of it, and people do themselves in that way. But if you look at this objectively and you look at the chips that we've taken out of the body fat stores, there's still quite a few left here. And in fact, here's 1 pound, and here's that's about 2/3 of a pound. So this person is still down by 1 pound and 2/3, and if they jump right back on track, they're going to be doing great. And that's really, honestly, much more realistic than being perfect every week, and that just, I don't see it happening for people. The key is to be able to maintain, sort of a good habit that isn't exactly perfect all the time, but it's good enough. So I hope this has been helpful for a lot of you. I'm sure some of you see yourself in this situation, and I hope you'll remember this visual. I think it might help you. The next video I want to do is going to cover the scale and how the scale can play with people's heads. This is a very simplified version. I know that the human body is very complex, but I've tried to keep it simple because I think if you keep it simple, it will be much, much easier. And really the big picture is what I presented here to you. So keep your eye on the big picture. It will help a lot. And thank you so much for joining me.